Good morning, welcome to another video. As you can see by this horrendous mess, well, you probably can't see, but it's a bit of a nightmare because I've been on the boat for the last few weeks and now we're switching back onto the float tube. Means then I have to get all the boxes switched over from back and forth. So yeah, sort of let the cat out of the bag, back on the float tube today, but we're going to do something completely different, something that I've never actually done before. Anytime I've ever fished off the float tube has always been with a fly rod or lure fishing. Today I'm actually going to do a bit of dead baiting from it. Now I don't mean just casting the rod out, dead baiting. I'm going to do a bit of float trolling. Now that we've got the engine and everything, I'm going to cast out a big dead bait, and we're going to just sort of trickle nice and easily right around the lake and do a bit of float trolling for pike. Now I have got lures with me as well, so if it's not working or if it's too windy or whatever reason, I can switch on the lures. And I've actually got the perch rod as well, because I know there is big perch in this lake and I've never really targeted them, so yeah, so I brought that as well. So yeah, so what I need to do now is get all of that out onto the street, because I'm actually being lifted by my buddy today in his van. Believe it or not, again, that bit of a headache, because my car is like a Swiss Army car, so it has all the wee bits and bobs sort of left in it. So I had to sort of think last night, right, I need that, no, okay. So yeah, not really what I wanted to be at this time of the morning, but yeah, let's get to it and we'll see us on the water. Yeah, just a tad overloaded. Okay, we were a bit too ambitious there, broken strap. And we are out on the water, and I can promise you that was a journey I don't want to do again very soon. Unfortunately, I will have to do it on the way home. So this is us out on the water, but they're on shallow here, so I just need to keep my eye on it. It's the first time ever actually on the float tube here with the fish finder and with the engine, so I have a bit of an idea of the depths. But I know there's a lot of shallow points, so I'm just having to keep my eye on it. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of the setup we're using. So as I said, I want to do float trolling. So I've got a dead bait, I've got a roach out there, trolling really dead slow. So you were on plenty of fish there showing on the bottom, about 9 foot. I have that set about 7 foot. We are trolling literally half a mile an hour, if any more than that. It's horrible weather. As you can see, there's no sunglasses today because they'll definitely not be needed. I've left Keith on the bank. He's already lost one bait and he's only been here 5 minutes, so yeah. But yeah, super excited. Lots and lots of fish showing on the bottom here. Hopefully we get one soon. So I'm pretty sure we've got a run already, because there's no way the rod went to the bottom, because I only had it down about 6 or 7 foot. No, I don't feel anything. No, drop run. Definitely wasn't on the bottom. Yeah. So we've had our first attack. So we'll use this opportunity then really to give you a look at the setup. So the rod I'm using isn't the deadbait rod. With the float tube, obviously you want something short and easy to use. So this is a 50 to 100 gram SG2 lure rod essentially. So it's plenty of backbone, good strong rod. Obviously you can see I'm using a roach wire trace. I'm using a 3 ounce weight, because while you're trolling you still want to have your bait down deep enough. Obviously if you're trolling, your bait will lift up, and then obviously set it about 7 or 8 foot with a big polystyrene float, and that is really the setup. So I've drifted off course quite a bit there because of the wind, so we'll get the bio back out again. So we're in 16 foot of water, but we had a take there within the first 5 minutes. Happy with that. We're on. I'm gonna set my drag a bit looser, I think, because what I think happened, I think my drag was too tight and the fish unfortunately then felt that something wasn't quite right. So we go again. Okay, so we have a run in almost exactly the same place as the first one. Yeah, I can feel him there. So it's a big enough roach, so I'm just going to let him take it. Yes, fish on. That's it, the drag. It's hard to know because I've never fished a deadbait rod off a deadbait off. Oh, he's just came off. Ah! He felt okay. I'm not gonna lie, he felt reasonable. Oh dear, bless us. There's a fur set of teeth marks in him. Right, I don't normally lose fish, and this last while I've been losing quite a lot. Oh dear. Run number 2, or 3, sorry, run number 3, right in front of Keith too, so this one's special. Just to make things a bit worse for him, so I'm going to let this one run because I've missed the last 2 from striking them quite early. It's a sizable enough roach. Right, let's go. Oh my goodness, I've done it again. Right. What is going on? Look at the state of this roach, and they're absolutely destroying it, and I cannot hook them. I've done everything right there. To be honest, I'm using a spinning reel, so I'm keeping the drag really loose. On the off chance, obviously, you get a run that ticks off, it doesn't feel anything. I'm fannying about trying to get that sorted before yeah, okay, so that just happened. Right, new bait please, new balls please, umpire. I suppose that's one way to do it. Get him back. I've just seen Keith catch a fish too at the far side, which is disappointing. I have to listen to them now the whole way home. Right, so trolling is proven to be really difficult just with the wind. So I'm going to try a bit of casting in around the shallow areas, shallow weedy bays. We've got the 3D river roach. We've got the testicle weights added on as well, just to get us down. But obviously going to try the sheltered side first. Keith has caught one fish. That's a fish. That was a fish literally as soon as it hit the bottom. Right, so casting might be the way forward then. That fish, that lure literally hit the water and got smashed. I don't even know if I even cranked the reel handle. Now don't get me wrong, he's not a monster. He's actually very lightly hooked as well, so I might just try and unhook him in the water to avoid any hooks in the float tube. Okay, maybe not, we got him. .3D river roach. There we go, we're not blanking. Keith, when you're watching this tonight, one each. Lovely fish. Thank you for saving the day. So yeah, good call then, switching on the casting. We literally had one cast in the shallow area as well, believe it or not. So look at this here, if anybody's watching. This is female hair, which I'm finding absolutely everywhere. In the middle of a lake, on my belly boat, and my other half's hair is still everywhere. But anyway, maybe it brought me good luck, who knows. Good old 3D river roach pulled me out of many a hole. Right, so we'll do that again. One more cast back into the shallow weedy area. Maybe that's where the fish are hiding today. I do actually have an anchor with me as well, believe it or not. I thought that was another fish, it was weed just. Yeah, so I do have an anchor with me. The anchor could be a really good shout for keeping us in the areas where I want to fish. There we go, another fish. Another fish. That is unbelievable. You find one, you find them all. You'd almost think it was the same fish, but it's not. It's slightly lighter, this one. Right, he's a bit more hook, this guy. Where's my hookers? See, he's gonna jump and put the hooks in my finger. Don't be doing that, please. So if I can get him unhooked nice and easy here, I might be able to let you see him. These unhooking tools from Savage Gear are an excellent bit of kit for the float tube. So easy to use. Clip them onto the side of the float tube. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Fish number 2, 2-1 Keith. Okay, so this is the little contraption that I got. And I've never actually used it for the float tube, so this is going to be the first time ever. And that's it locked in, I think. And this is the reason why I want to anchor, right? Keep myself in the one spot. I want to try and do a bit of drop shotting. As I said, there is good sized perch in this lake. I haven't fished for them in a few years. In fact, I used to catch them by accident when I was fishing for pike, and that's how I know that there's good perch in it. But in terms of actually specifically targeting perch, I have never done it, so it'll be interesting to see now. The only problem is with a fish finder, you know, I've trolled around the lake a number of times now. It's not a big lake at all by any means whatsoever. And any of the bait fish that I'm seeing, they're all just scattered small sort of clusters of fish in around the bottom. You know, there's no standout. I just lost one. There's no standout shoals of what I could describe as, you know, a good shoal of perch. But not to say that. And I just lost another one. I'm getting nips. That's good. Yes, I knew I was getting nips there. I knew that. There we go. Get in. No, that's only a baby. But I knew we were getting nips. There we go. We can see them on the fish finder. There's lots of fish all scattered in there, around there. So brilliant. Now this will keep me entertained for a while now. Should really get a dead bait back out the side of the and let it sit with the float tube, but the wind has proven to be really difficult. It's I actually had to get off the float tube there for a while and go and get a cup of coffee and warm myself up. The wind and rain and all was just brutal, but I know it does give the rain to die off. But in terms of the wind, I don't think that's going to go too far. Yes, there's lots of fish underneath me now. You can see them on the fish finder. Oh, there we go. That's something a bit more sizable. Oh, what are you now? What are you? If this is a perch, guys, we are into a really big perch. And I have no net with me. Please be a perch. Please be a perch. I think this is a perch. It's not pulling line like a pike. Lots and lots of head shakes. Please be a perch. Please. Oh no! No, must have been a pike. Must have been a small pike. Like you can see it on the fish finder. That was him going doolally. But unfortunately he bit me off. I thought we were into a monster perch. I'm not gonna lie, it's been incredibly stressful today. Nothing seems to be going right. Getting down here the first time, obviously things breaking on the float tube, and just the actual weight of it, trying to get it down here was a disaster. Thankfully Keith was with me, or I would have really struggled. Losing the fish this morning on the dead baits. Not doing anything wrong, it was just down to having the wrong tackle with me. If I had a bait runner where, you know, the pike could have took line, and you know, I could have given it enough time then to strike and set the hook, where using a spinning reel where I'm going to have to mess, literally try and loose or tighten the drag to strike it, but at the same time not touch the line so the pike doesn't feel me while it's taking a run. So it's just the wrong tackle for what I was trying. The theory worked. You know, we had 3 runs, 3 takes should I say, quite quickly. One of them felt like a decent enough fish, so the theory's there, as in it works. I just need to adjust the equipment. Lures have been slow, bar that one wee sort of area I went into and I nailed a couple, which was good, obviously. And then this here's been excellent fun. We've hooked quite a few pike now, a couple of perch, but the perch keep getting off. But the main frustrating part of this is the constant having to adjust and change, because the anchor won't hold, and the wind seems to have died off loads now, which is good. But I'm still not going out there because I've got into a nice wee spot here. I can cast into where the perch were showing on the finder, so that's all good. But yeah, frustrating. About another 2 hours to go. Just lost another fish. Yeah, so about another 2 hours to go. See how we get on. But it's been a successful day so far. I've caught more fish than Keith. We'll have a little competition going between the two of us to see who can catch the biggest one. He's trying to say that his was bigger than mine, but I'm just not sure. Just have to catch something quite substantial here just to make sure that I win it. Oh my god, look at the size of this fish. I literally just had to drop the Goby Shad out to have a look, and I've hooked into this absolute giant. Right, now. Oh, he's very lightly hooked. Oh, he's a big fish. Oh. Right. I need to try and figure this out somehow. Oh, look at the size of this. Right. The hooks are down, so he's not going to go too far. Whoa, look at this. Oh, look at this fish. Goby Shad does it again. What a fish. Definitely over 20 pound, that's for sure. Stunning fish. Such a mess it made of me for a start. Fingers are in bits. Oh. But I'm going to get it measured. Going to get him weighed. First of all, I'm going to get her back in the net, let it recover. Absolutely stunning fish. There she's going back, 105 centimeters. Stunning fish. That's it, all packed away. I really need to get myself a van. I don't know how I fit all of that into St. Leon. What a way to end the session. 105 centimeters, not quite 20 pounds, but very, very close. That'll be a big fish come spawning time, definitely. Super conditioned. But it did get me quite a bad nick. My finger's throbbing, nail right, or sorry, the tooth right into the bone. Playing about with perch, don't know, for whatever reason, then I decided to drop the Goby Shad in because it was tangled, and sure enough then a pike grabs it while the perch rod's still out. Unbelievable tangle. Anchor still over the side, trying to get back into the side while holding this big massive pike on my chest for obviously to Keith to give me a hand. Thankfully we got it sorted, easy enough done, but definitely a two-man job, that's for sure, when it comes to this sort of style of fishing. But as usual, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch us on the next video.